Hi folks, I'm Doug Hensley, President of Hertz Real Estate Services, and I'm coming to you today with our year-end 2023 Farmland Market Update. I hope each of you watching this had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday and are now preparing for a full and blessed Christmas season. As you do, I'm sure you'll be also preparing for year-end decision-making and reviewing the year that's been. For the Midwestern farmland market, it's been a year full of market transition, and that transition has manifested in several noticeable ways. First, and maybe most notably in the farmland market, we've seen land values begin to plateau. Where 2022 was a year of land value records, with each sale seemingly breaking the last record, 2023 has been the year when the market flattened. As this Chicago land value update reflects, for the first time in several years, we've seen some regional weakness even in land values, and we're all being reminded that values don't go up indefinitely. It's still far from a weak market, but there is not as much depth or overall demand compared to a year ago. And that moderation stands to reason and leads to my second point. After 2 to 3 consecutive years of increasing and record profits at the farm level, 2023 saw profits moderate. Corn and wheat prices are 20 to 30% lower than they were in January of 2023, and soybeans have traded for several months up to 10% under early 2023 levels as well. This commodity market weakness has squeezed margins and will have an income impact, just as this USDA net farm income chart reflects. And make no mistake, what happens with corn and soybean production in South America will impact commodity prices in the next 90 to 120 days. And it's going to have a really direct impact on the land market as well, because commodity prices are the biggest single influence on Midwestern land values. The third big transition this year has been increasing and much higher interest rates. Take a look at this chart from the recent Chicago Fed report, which shows farm mortgage rates not quite doubling over the past 18 months. I've mentioned in recent videos that higher interest rates haven't yet directly impacted land values because of the amount of cash and general liquidity that has powered many, if not most, farm purchases. But the higher interest rate environment has slowed commercial and housing development. And as we enter 2024, I think that pullback is beginning to slow 1031 tax-deferred exchange activity, which in recent years, that 1031 investor ripple has been a really important and competitive component to our Midwestern land market. In addition, with higher interest rates, cash is worth something again, and an investor can get an easy 5% return with low commitment investments like a short-term CD at most local banks. And this has made farmland just a bit less attractive to the pure play investor. So even if not directly, higher interest rates are beginning to impact farmland as an asset class. And will that continue? It's a little hard for me to say with any certainty, but as this chart shows, the smart money, quote unquote, on Wall Street thinks rates that may have peaked and that we will see interest rates being cut beginning sometime in mid-2024. So we'll see. Finally, as we end 2023, I think we're beginning to see a reversion to a slower sales environment. When land prices are strong, we always see lots of people bring property to the market because we all want to sell when prices are strong. However, when a market begins to flatten or even transitions lower, fewer people will choose to sell unless they have to. And it seems that's exactly the case we've transitioned to here in late 2023. Fewer overall sales. And those that are selling are mostly estate settlements and not as many elective or opportunistic sales, as I call them. For what it's worth, the lower supply of land being offered to the market is actually helpful to maintaining price support for what does sell. So, in summary, the farmland market is different today than it was in December of 2022. It's been a good year overall, and we end 23 and begin 24 stable and on solid footing. As we approach Christmas, I want to extend a warm thanks to each of you for helping to make this another great year at Hertz Farm Management. We want to be a resource to you and will always be available to help you make confident and informed farmland decisions. We know these farms are the most important assets that you own, and we recognize they're important emotionally, financially, and relationally. So as you need solid farm-related counsel, please reach out to us anytime at 800-593-LAND or message us through our website at hertz.ag. Again, Merry Christmas to all of you. I'll see you again early 2024.